So, Captain Marvel is a good movie.
I'm just supposed to take your word for that.
You don't have to take my word for it. You have to go out and watch this movie for yourself. Don't get me wrong though. Captain Marvel is a good movie, is a fun movie, but it is not marvelous as we expected. After 21 movies, Marvel doesn't get to make a mediocre movie. You remember my reaction to the first trailer when the Captain Marvel's first trailer dropped? That kind of enthusiasm, that kind of expectation needs a movie to be a lot better. So let me break down my reactions to this movie, my review. It is a mixed bag and overall it is a positive, it is a very good movie. It is an enjoyable watch, but I expected more. What works for it are the cast, the acting, and what doesn't work is the story. The story is good, but it is kind of cliche. It is the origin of a superhero, and we have had quite a lot of those. I won't give away any spoilers for the movie. Go ahead and watch it. It is definitely worth a watch. But when you come back, you'll definitely be underwhelmed. See, this movie is coming off the back of Avengers Infinity War. No movie can reach up to that kind of level. In a lot of movies, we already know the outcome. We know the hero is not going to die. We know there is not going to be any genocide or something like that. A movie is enjoyable for the journey and not the end. When the stakes are high, even if we know how the climax is going to end, it still is a thrill. And this is what is lacking in Captain Marvel. This movie begins with a great tribute to Stan Lee and ends with an awesome post-credit scene. But what's in the middle didn't impress me as much. The first half of the movie being slow was expected. This being an origin story, it was bound to have a lot of build-up. The cast is perfect. Brie Larson is great as Captain Marvel, the lead character. She brings all the physicality and all the confidence of a character as strong as Captain Marvel.
I'm not gonna fight your war. I'm gonna end it.
Brie Larson's chemistry with Samuel L. Jackson is by far the most important part of this movie and the most enjoyable part. There is no doubt that the de-aging magic that Marvel Studios have been doing and perfecting over the last few movies is incomparable. After a few moments of looking into the face of young Nick Fury, we hardly give it another thought. Only after the movie ends, your brain reminds you that Samuel L. Jackson is a 70-year-old guy and he's not supposed to look that young. Same goes for Clark Gregg, who plays a younger version of Agent Coulson. However, his role in this movie is simply an Easter egg, nothing else. In my eyes, Phil Coulson had a heroic death in the first Avengers movie and he was never resurrected.
Gotta say, it's pretty magical.
The whole ABC Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. thing, I'm not into that. Ben Mendelsohn, the perpetual bad guy in movies in the recent years.
Never reached the rebel base. Oh, you ships in here.
He was great. But for the parts where he had to wear a makeup, the Skrull makeup, it definitely took a bit off from his performance. Lashana Lynch plays a pivotal character and she plays it perfectly. Jude Law is just kind of there. He's charismatic, he's great, but his character is kind of one-dimensional in this movie. Another important character is Goose the cat.
Aren't you the cutest little thing?
He has an important part to play in this movie. Oh, and you remember Korath, the pursuer?
Who?
Played by Jimon Honsu in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. He's in this movie, he's in Captain Marvel, as we saw in the trailers. He's just there, he's not doing anything. As is the case with Ronan the Accuser, played by Lee Pace. Although I liked his character in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, there was a lot of talk about the underdeveloped nature of his character as a villain. If that was underdeveloped, what was this? I expected at least a bit of background in the Ronan the Accuser's character, but we got none. See, this is one of the points that goes against this movie being great. We are getting so many Easter eggs. Phil Coulson, Ronan the Accuser, Korath, the whole Kree-Empire, but we don't get any background, we don't get any development, we don't get any depth. I was most bummed by the climax, by the third act. It is always a tough bet when your hero is too powerful. What happens here is we don't feel that goosebumps moment when the hero is at his or her lowest point and then gets up. Yes, we see Carol Danvers getting back up after falling so many times, but it is not a touching moment. For any superhero, costume plays a great part. The way they show how Captain Marvel got her red and blue costume is just plain stupid, and painfully so. Similarly, we have a stupid explanation of how Nick Fury lost his eye, which completely retcons this line.
Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye.
Talking about the visuals in this movie are amazing. And then there is humor. Yes, it is a Marvel movie, so it is filled with humor. And yes, it is good. At the end of the day, this is a general origin story where the hero has been lied to her entire life or whatever part of the life she remembers, and then the only motivation she has at the end of the movie is to discover the truth and punish those who wronged her. This is not a good motivation in a hero so powerful. The action sequences are good, some of them are great, and there is a lot of humor in the action sequences, which shows that perhaps the studio knew the action sequences are not that unique, so they had to put in some humor to make it enjoyable. Whether it is fair or not, we all know this movie is going to be compared against Wonder Woman and Black Panther. Both were great movies and unique in their own right. Captain Marvel, sadly, was a good movie, but not unique, not groundbreaking, not game-changing. And like so many other Marvel movies, Captain Marvel also had an unremarkable background score. At the end, Captain Marvel is a fun flick and it is an important link in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it is a must-watch before Avengers Endgame. All in all, I will give this movie 6 thumbs ups out of 10. All we have to do now is wait for April the 26th. You know what I mean. What do you think? Have you watched this movie yet? Do let me know your views in the comments. You were with the Versatile Doctor. My name is Dr. Abhinav Atul. And if you liked this video and my review of this movie, please share this video and subscribe to my channel to stay tuned with me. It is my pride and privilege to be able to connect with you through this video. Namaskar.